Hallo Freunde der analogen Unterhaltung, hier sind wir wieder nach einer ganz kurzen Umbaupause mit einem neuen Gast, Fabian von Matagot, mit einer ganz spannenden neuen, a very, very exciting new release, Ines, beautiful cover, beautiful artwork, and yeah, a very cool game. We discovered it at Gen Con and thought there are some people playing it, and and I heard good things about it, but what is it?
Exactly. So Inish is a game set in the Celtic mythology. So we had in this same collection, we had Cyclades, Kuklades in German, which was for Greece. We had Kemet in Egyptian mythology, and now we have Inish, which is a Celtic mythology. So it is kind of an area control game, but it's different from any other game like this that you have ever played. So basically the goal is to have more victory conditions than any other player at the beginning of one round.
Okay.
And there are three ways you can get a victory condition. The first way is to be present on 6 territories. For the moment it's not possible, but as the game progresses you will add more territories.
You will discover new countries.
Exactly, discover new lands. So if you are present on 6, that's a victory condition. You also have these sanctuaries. This is where Celtic people went to pray their gods.
Okay.
And if you are standing next to 6 sanctuaries, again, that's a victory condition.
That's also a victory condition.
Yeah. And the last one is to be the chieftain of 6 clans. So this one guy like this is a clan.
Okay.
So if you have the majority, for example here, blue player has a majority over the other players, so he's the chieftain of 3 clans. If you are the chieftain of 6 clans, you win the game. Yeah.
Okay.
And the whole game is played using these same green cards here called the action cards. And you have 17 cards, so at the beginning of each round you will put one aside, and you will distribute the rest of the cards to all the players.
Okay.
And then there is a draft. But the draft is a little bit different.
Have a look at the cards?
Yeah, of course. Yep. So it's a draft that is slightly different than for example 7 Wonders, because you have 4 cards, you select one, you pass 3, okay? And so I will receive 3 cards from my neighbors, but actually I will take all 4 of them back in my hand and select 2, so I don't have to keep the one.
You don't have to. You can rearrange your tactic.
You can change
while
your
drafting.
strategy.
Oh no! Yeah,
exactly.
Okay,
it's a small change, but it makes a big difference.
Makes a lot difference.
Exactly. And so in these cards you have different types of cards. You have cards that have this symbol here of the tree. The tree symbol is an action card. It's a card that you will play on your turn, and you will do the corresponding action. But you also have cards that have the Triskel symbol, and this is a reaction card. It's a card that you will play not on your turn, but on another player's turn. Okay. And you say, okay,
you have
this
card,
to defend something. So for example, this one, when another player plays an action card, you can reveal this one and do the action. Okay. And so on these cards you have cards that let you add more people to the board. You can have cards that let you build sanctuaries or citadels like this, and you can have cards that let you move. And when you move, I'll do an example. If I move here, a clash will occur. And again, in most cases, in most games, you'll have a battle here.
Yes.
But not in this game, because the blue player can say, okay, I come here, but I come in peace. I don't want to fight you. I just want to be there on this territory.
I won't just live here.
Yeah. And so if all the players agree on the peace, there will be no battle.
Okay.
And if there is a battle...
But he will the new chieftain of this.
Yeah, exactly. That's the point. You know, you could imagine, like, for example, okay, I move here. There is a battle. If we start a battle, I will probably kill all of them because I'm stronger. So they will lose the 2 sanctuaries. So it is actually a situation where these 2 players might say, okay, we accept the peace because we want to stay on this territory because there are 2 sanctuaries.
Yeah, okay.
So you don't have to have a battle. And if there is a battle, you have the citadels here. So if I'm the invader on this tile, these people could actually go and hide in the citadels.
Okay, I understand,
so they don't take part in the fight. And when the fight is over...
So this one would be died, and others will survive.
So again, it's a game that is very different from everything you've played, because on each turn you will always play each round with the same 17 cards. The cards are always the same, so you know the combos. I know exactly what I gave you when we did the draft, and you also have these red cards, yeah, and these are the Epic Tales cards.
Ah, okay.
And they are very powerful cards that you can get, but you can use them only once. Yeah, it's a one shot. So I have it in my hand in addition to the green ones. And on my turn, I can play this one. I use it. It's a very powerful effect, but then it's discarded. Okay. So you use it only once, but they are very, very powerful, and they will change the flow of the game. And finally, you have these territory cards. If I am the chieftain of the valley at the beginning of the round, I will receive an extra card, a yellow card that only I will be able to play. So at the beginning of each round, whoever has the majority will receive the corresponding card.
It's a really unique illustration style.
Yeah. So the art was done by Jim Fitzpatrick, who is a very well-known graphic illustrator, who did a lot of role-playing games back in the 80s, 1980s.
And he got world famous for
the face of Che Guevara.
After the famous photograph, he made the famous painting of Che Guevara.
Che Guevara, exactly, yeah.
So.
And the last thing is that the first player at the beginning of each round will take this token here and will flip it like this.
Okay.
And it will tell you which
round
way the round
clockwise
will go, clockwise or counterclockwise. Yeah.
Great.
So very, very strategic game. It takes an hour to play, 1 hour and a half maybe. A lot of strategies, but what is really unique is that you always play with the same cards, and you have this piece mechanism that makes this game really, really different.
I heard only the best about it. That's the truth. I'm very excited about it. I want to play it. Where can we find your booth?
Our booth is 3E102. So
3E112. Nein, 102.
2, ja.
Oh, du hast
Ja, I do speak a little bit of German. Yeah.
Die Booth number, you can tell in German.
Okay.
Perfect. Eine Frage aus dem Chat. What's the price of Ines first?
So the price here on the booth, on the show is 55 euros.
55 euros,
And,
55 Euro.
Yeah.
Und will there be a German version?
Yes, there will be a German version. So for now we have English and French, and German version will be done by Pegasus, and it will be released next year, beginning of next year.
Wird nächstes Jahr bei Pegasus rauskommen, die deutsche Version. Und es kommt in the chat, there are some questions about Captain Sonar. Is there Captain Sonar still available? Is it sold out?
No, it was sold out in 1 day.
It was sold out in 1 day, so sorry about that, but it will come back.
Oh yeah,
I'm pretty
of course,
sure.
it will be in stores.
And I hope it will be also a German version released by Pegasus Spiele.
So normally there should be.
They would be crazy if they would not do it.
I know.
Yeah.
Go tell them that.
We tell them.
Go to Pegasus and tell them
we already told them. We tell them again.
Good, excellent.
Yeah. And
good.
You have 1 more minute?
Yeah, 1 more minute.
2 more minutes.
2 more minutes.
1 minute for this game.
Yeah.
2
so
more
this
releases.
is millions of dollars. This is a social deduction game like werewolves, you know.
Okay.
Except that in this game, most of the information is open, is visible.
Okay.
So in werewolves, all the identities are hidden, and here most of it is visible. So it's a new take on the social deduction type of game. Very, very fun game.
And we are gangsters or rich people?
Yeah, exactly. We're trying to rob banks.
Okay.
So we have to set up a team of robbers. You need the driver, you need the brains, you need the strong guy, and so on.
Sonst? Ne, hat keine Zeit mehr. Ja, hier, kurzer Einblick mal hier, coole Illustration. Ja, sieht auch sehr interessant aus. And your last game.
And
I
our
love
game.
dice and I love custom dice and it's
Yeah, it's Dice
Dice
Stars.
Stars.
It was designed by some very well-known designers, Bruno Catala, Ludovic Maublanc. So they are well-known. And as you can expect from them, it's just not a simple dice game. It's a very clever dice game. You have different dice of different colors. You have dice with stars. And you roll the dice. On your turn, you can select either all the dice of the same color or the dice of the same value.
Okay.
Or you can select the stars. The stars are risky. They can multiply your score, but they can also have your score go down to 0.
Okay.
So it's a risk.
Risky dice.
So you roll your dice. You have a lot of decision making in this game. Very clever game by Bruno Catala and Ludovic Maublanc.
Great, yeah. And these both plays are already finished and available also at your booth. The price of
15 euros
15
for
euros
each.
the small boxes.
Yeah.
So schaut bei der Booth von Matagot vorbei in Halle 3. Eigentlich nicht zu verfehlen. Ganz wenn ihr am Eingang reinkommt und da links so bleibt und geradeaus lauft, dann kommt ihr schon drauf zu. Vielen Dank, dass du da warst.
Thank you very much.
Thank you a lot for having me here.
Yeah.
Sorry for the delay.
No problem.
Thank you for your patience.
No problem at all. It's a pleasure.
Ja, wir machen eine ganz kurze Pause und dann sehen wir uns gleich wieder mit dem nächsten Gast. Vielen Dank, macht's gut, tschüss.